A very happy Sunday to you. I'm King 5 meteorologist Ashley Ruiz with a look at your forecast heading into the last couple of days of 2025. We are looking pretty chilly. We'll have some cold mornings, chilly to cool afternoons, and we're mostly dry for much of the week. In fact, the rain may hold off until New Year's Day. The timing, I know, is everything. Models are starting to trend a little later with the arrival of the rain, but that could still change. So still putting slight chances in the forecast for New Year's Eve, which is Wednesday. The big picture, we have this ridge of high pressure that we've been talking about. That's why we're staying mostly dry, we're cold, and we're not going to have much in the way of precipitation or active weather. You can kind of see the ridge building over the region. Now we could have a couple of weak disturbances clip the area maybe tonight, and that could lead to a couple of sprinkles for the northern areas, maybe a couple of flurries for the North Cascades, but really most are going to stay completely dry. So today, morning fog, low clouds, and that's going to clear to partly sunny skies by Monday. Pretty similar, but you notice our days are a little milder, still below normal. Our average high this time of year starting to trend upward to about 47, but near either side of normal. And then Wednesday, Thursday, that's when our temperatures will start to come up. Our mornings are still going to be cold, and we'll have those chances for rain. But first, let's talk about the mountain snow. Kicking things off, this is the Summit Central base camera. You see a lot of people hitting the slopes early, enjoying some of that fresh snow. And as of 6 a.m., I checked with the ski resorts, the 48-hour new snow, and again, this is over the span of the last 48 hours. The 24-hour snow totals little to nothing, but Mount Baker about 14 inches. Stevens Pass, even though it's not open today, their website says they're opening tomorrow, about 28 inches. So building on that good snow. Snoqualmie Pass about 10 inches, Crystal Mountain 7, and then White Pass 14. Depending on the intensity and the timing of our systems moving in later this week, the estimated snow totals through next Saturday, not all too impressive, but keep in mind this is an early outlook. The North Cascades typically will get the most, and so you see not a lot. Now our snow levels are going to come back down by about Thursday, 4,500 feet, and then maybe 2,500 feet as we wrap up the first couple of days of 2026. Now let's talk about the lowlands. It's been a very cold morning. We've had 20s and 30s and not a lot of sunshine except for Everett. This is as of 9 o'clock in the morning, but you see blue sky. We have snow-capped mountains looking beautiful but cold. Our Columbia Center tower cam from Seattle looking toward the east side, Lake Washington, and you see Bellevue and the Cascades looking lovely. Some areas of fog, and you see at the base of Mount Rainier we have some fog. You see along the tree line there, and the sun was peeking up behind Mount Rainier. So we have sun waiting for us. Just some of us may be trapped under some stubborn clouds today. But increasing clouds later, and temperatures may not come up all too much. Upper 30s to our north, and then lower 40s to our south. East of the Cascades, low and mid 30s. So if you're headed to Leavenworth, it's going to be colder as expected, and then closer to the coast will be in the mid 40s. Tonight, this is the forecast for overnight and Monday morning. So temperatures aren't expected, at least not as widespread, maybe fewer upper 20s except for our cold spots, but either way, still going to be cold. Our I-5 corridor over Whatcom and Skagit counties around 35 in Mount Vernon, 34 in Sedro-Woolley. Friday Harbor, Orcas Island, about anywhere between 36 and 38. And then for the North Sound, Everett 34, Monroe 32, Linwood 34, Clinton around 33, Shoreline pretty similar, 33, Bainbridge Island 33, Renton 35, Auburn 33 as well. South Sound and the foothills of Pierce County running between 31 to about 33, Belfair 34, and then down I-5 from Centralia to Longview 32 to 34, and then closer to the coast we'll have 30s and 40s. Hood Canal in the lower 30s, but I wouldn't be surprised to see a few spots in the upper 20s. Also, we'll have to watch out for areas of patchy dense fog, which could lead to some slick spots. Otherwise, just watch out for some frosty conditions. May give yourself extra time to get wherever you're headed in the morning to allow your car to thaw out. So tomorrow, our highs are expected to be a few degrees warmer, so mid 40s instead of lower 40s. Closer to the coast, we'll be in the upper 40s, eastern Washington, between about 32 and 36 degrees. Let's walk you through the futurecast. This is later today. We'll have increasing clouds. I mentioned that we could get clipped by a disturbance, at least the northern areas, but more than likely the precipitation should be more over Vancouver Island and then the north coast, but not expecting that really to reach Puget Sound. Can't rule out a sprinkle when we have low clouds like this, but still not expecting anything meaningful. That ridge is really going to keep things quiet. Into Monday afternoon, evening, we'll have partly sunny skies. Tuesday morning, waking up to maybe some patchy fog. Once again, it's pretty similar each and every day until we get to Wednesday, which is New Year's Eve. This is the forecast for now. Just know that this could definitely change. For now, during the day, about 46 here in Seattle. At midnight, between about maybe 40 to 42 with slight shower chances. With, as of now, once again, I'm putting a full disclaimer on it because it could definitely change. Showers will likely hold off until maybe the second half of New Year's Day, but that doesn't mean we can't have a couple of showers out there. Taking you through the longer term models. This is the European model. This is showing Wednesday during the day, more clouds moving in, so mostly cloudy skies close to midnight, still keeping most of the precipitation to the south and the north of us. But then as the day goes on Thursday, we get a wave of showers, potentially increasing rain into Thursday night and into Friday. And then into Saturday, we would have more rain. Now, the snow level for now look to come down, but it's all dependent on what happens with potentially a late week or weekend atmospheric river. Models are pointing it closer to California for now, but if it moves more to the north, we would have higher snow levels and then potentially some heavier rain. But for now, it looks as though most of the heavy rain will be to our south and then to the north. And through the next 7 days, precipitation totals very low. In fact, maybe about 1/10 of an inch up to 1/4 of an inch for Puget Sound. Closer to the coast, as always, maybe 1.5 inches. And then up in the mountains, this is liquid water. So 1+ inches that could fall as rain, again, depending on the snow levels, or it would be precipitation, frozen precipitation instead. So once again, we'll let you know, but the highest precipitation totals and most of the liquid water will be over the North Cascades, which is very typical. So once again, our next 7 days, today's the coldest day. Our mornings are going to be cold, gradually going to see our mornings get a touch milder, but very cold regardless. And then by the middle half of the week, that's when things change. We'll flip our weather pattern back to our typical winter in the Pacific Northwest. Showers potentially lingering into next weekend. Now, beyond the 7-day forecast, high temperatures may come above normal. Our average high, as I mentioned, about 47, so starting to come up now that we're heading into January, and so above normal in the upper 40s and lower 50s. I'm sure a lot of you may not complain, but once again, we do have to continue to build on our snowpack because a lot of our mountains and regions of our mountains are trending below normal with that late start. Remember, you can always find the latest forecast and updates as we get closer to New Year's Eve and then New Year's Day. Check in with meteorologist Leah Pizzetti tonight, and she'll give you the latest forecast on air, online, as well as on King 5 Plus.